everyone, this is Angela Brown with the Sexy Thyroid Solution. So today I want to teach you why liver health is so important for your thyroid. But first, if you are new to my channel, you could do me a huge favor. I would love if you could go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then you're going to hit the little bell right next to it, and you'll get a notification every single Thursday when I release my video. If you're watching this on Instagram or Facebook, do me a really big favor as well and go ahead and like this video and share that. And tag anybody that you think might find this information helpful or interesting, because that would help me as well. If you're interested in booking a call with me so we can discuss things further, there's a link below that you can also do that as well. I would be more than happy to talk with you. Thank you again for watching, and let's go ahead and get started. So first I want to talk about why the thyroid and the liver are so interconnected. So I see a lot of women. Most of my clients that come to me are women, and a lot of them are under a stress. A lot of them have, their eating might be halfway decent, some of them are not, but a lot of them have all these symptoms of detoxification issues. And so that's why I thought this would be a really good topic to talk about, because I do see so many women that deal with this, and I've dealt with it myself. So I thought this would be a good time to bring this up. So first, what does the thyroid gland do? So the thyroid makes T4 and T3. It's going to make more T4 than it makes T3. T3 is your active thyroid. T4 is the inactive form. But over 60% of your T4 actually has to travel throughout the bloodstream, and then it has to make this conversion has to happen. So it goes from T4 to T3. Again, T3 is the active form. It goes through a liver pathway in order for that to happen. That's why it's so huge that liver health is super important, because if you have a backed up liver, it is going to make that conversion very difficult. And there's a lot of reasons why the conversion can't happen, but this is just one of the many things. So if there's other things causing it, why add this to it? What kind of things can cause it? So a backed up liver can happen from a lot of things. Really bad diet, like just not eating very healthy at all. A lot of stress, especially if it's been chronic. Fatty foods, if you're eating a ton of like really bad fatty foods. Excessive carb consumption. Those are some biggies that stand out with me, that can really cause that liver to kind of get sluggish. And again, it's going to make that conversion pretty dang difficult. So, you know, why just keep adding to making your thyroid even more sluggish? Something else to remember is if you have elevated liver enzymes, and this is really common too. I see a lot of women that come to me and I get their blood panel and their liver enzymes are elevated. A lot of reasons why your liver enzymes can get elevated, but why does that affect the thyroid? Here's what can happen. So your TSH eventually goes up whenever those liver enzymes stay elevated like that. And the reason is because your circulating thyroid hormone, the T3, your active thyroid, it's not getting into that conversion. That T4 is not converting over to T3. So because there's not enough of this active thyroid hormone around, your thyroid releases more TSH. TSH just keeps getting elevated. And when that becomes chronic, the thyroid starts to slow down. So again, why just keep adding to more issues with the thyroid when you can help assist it with the liver? And the other part is some people actually have a slow liver only because of or slow thyroid only because of their liver. So why just keep adding to it? So let me ask you, have you ever had elevated liver enzymes? Or even more, have you ever noticed that you just don't feel like you're detoxing very well, and you have symptoms of a slow thyroid where you're fatigued, weight gain, things like that, hair falling out, brain fog? Those are some really big signs for a slow thyroid, even without a diagnosis of hypothyroidism. Have you ever had those kind of symptoms and you really don't even know what your liver's doing, or you feel like your liver just might not be very good? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know if this has ever happened to you, because this definitely happened to me many years ago. I'd love to know if this happened to you. So what do you need to do to keep up with good liver health? There's a lot of things that you can do for your liver. Now, I will say there's a crap ton of supplements on the market for liver health. You have to be very careful though, because so many of these have other things added that don't necessarily need to be there. I've seen numerous liver ones that have calcium added, even vitamin D, If your thyroid's slow, those two things can actually make your thyroid slower. That's in a whole nother video, and I will actually link that below. But don't forget that when you're taking liver supplements, the things in a liver supplement should just be for liver. You shouldn't have all these other things added to it. It shouldn't be this huge, massive combo product. It should just be things that are for the liver. As far as eating goes, lots of veggies. Cut out the really crappy carbs. You need to get good starchy carbs, even like fruits, things like that. Cut the processed foods out because the processed foods are not going to help you. But foods like beet, dandelion greens, grapefruit, those are biggies that I see. And you'll notice on a lot of liver supplements, almost every one of those liver supplements have those in them. And there's a reason, because they're really, really good for your liver. So those are kind of some of the biggies. And then choline is a really, really good one for the liver. And it's in eggs. So if you really like eggs, that's going to help your liver. Supplement wise, selenium is extremely powerful for the liver. Couple things with that. First, it's a precursor to thyroid hormone. It helps with that conversion of T4 to T3. So that will also help with your thyroid, obviously, but it's a really powerful antioxidant, a very powerful antioxidant. Again, that's really good for your liver. And selenium also can be, which I've seen in numerous studies, it can be a good precursor for glutathione. Well, glutathione is needed for liver health. It's really good for your liver. Glutathione is one of your most powerful antioxidants. And most people don't have enough of that. And it usually goes down with poor lifestyle, poor eating choices, poor health. That's when glutathione is going to go down. And so just another really good reason why selenium would be awesome to have on board. I typically don't just put people on selenium though without knowing if they need it. I do in the hair test that I do, the hair tissue test that has checks for minerals and for metals. Selenium is on there. It's a really, really important one. And then glutathione is actually a marker that they look for on the Dutch test, which is the hormone panel that I do. Both those tests are actually in my big package that I do with the 6 coaching sessions. One of the modules in that program, which is a 3-month program, I go really in depth in detoxification. In fact, I even give people homework like, what are we going to do to switch things out so that we can detox your liver? That's a whole module, a whole section on that. So just a heads up, that might be something that you're interested in. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. I'd be more than happy to help you. Do me a favor again, if you're new to this, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell so that you get the notification. And then if you're on Facebook or Instagram, do me a huge favor and like this and share it. Share the heck out of it, because that always helps me too. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. Again, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I do still have my free guide for causes of hypothyroidism. You don't need to have hypothyroidism to get anything out of the guide, because the guide literally goes over like, what are you doing that's slowing down your thyroid? It's good for anyone. So that link is below as well if you want to grab that. That's there. If you have any questions, again, reach out, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below, and we'll be chatting soon. Bye.